yet again a Southern governor stand in the doorway and say that although the Congress may have passed a law, the President may have signed the law, the Supreme Court may have upheld the law, we may have failed some 50 times and more to repeal the law, we will not obey the law. We may have engaged in civil disobedience. Our state legislature is involved in uncivil and undignified and undemocratic disobedience. And so we will continue to cry out. We will continue to say to our governor that it is not too late to do the right thing. The truth is, although the legislature may have passed the bill, Governor Deal can still do the right thing. And I want to ask Governor Nathan Deal, what side of history do you want to be on? Right now you are standing, Mr. Governor, on the wrong side of history. And blessed are those who stand on the right side of history, not after the fact, but while history is being written. History will not look kindly on governors who stand in the doorway blocking ordinary citizens from the fruits of our great democracy. And so we will continue to stand. Dr. King used to say that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. He told us that we are all tied in a single garment of destiny, that we are caught up in an inescapable network of mutuality. What affects one directly affects all indirectly. And surely we see this with this issue of health care, because we're not simply talking about providing health care to those who need it. We're talking about a refusal to expand Medicaid, and as a result of that, what are we denying? We're not simply denying health care to the working poor. We're denying Georgia an opportunity to expand its own economy. It is calculated that as a result of this modest investment, a mere 1% increase in the state's investment to Medicaid, we would attract $14 billion from the feds to the state of Georgia. We would generate some $65 billion of economic activity, 56,000 new jobs, which would mean increased tax revenue so that everybody can be covered. What affects one directly affects all indirectly. And so we recognize that people have differences of opinion. Although I might say that you are entitled to your own opinion, you're not entitled to your own facts. All right. Expanding Medicaid is good for all Georgians. But we are Americans. And so because this is America, we have heated debates about these issues. But after we've had the argument, after representatives have been elected, after a president has been elected and re-elected, and a conservative Chief Justice has upheld the law, is it not time to obey the rule of law rather than have elected officials stage a riot in the people's house to refuse Medicaid when the feds have provided Medicaid, and to decide that it is a criminal act for state employees to provide information so that people can sign up for health care is to stage a riot in the people's house. It is shameful, it is sad, and we are better than this. And so finally, what will we do going forward? We will continue to raise the issue. We will continue to say to Georgia, it's time to go forward rather than backward. This language about the feds as the big bad guy, these tones of successionism, we've been here before. And it's never been good, not only for people of African descent, not only for brown people and poor people, but rural hospitals are being closed right now. What affects one directly affects all indirectly. So we will continue to raise this issue. And we will continue to enroll people in the Affordable Care Act. I'm proud to say that right now here at Ebenezer Church, in partnership with Operation Hope, in partnership with Enroll America and the Multicultural Health Association, we are enrolling people in the Affordable Care Act right now, 6 days a week, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Sunday mornings. And so we are already reaching out to faith leaders across this state. And we will replicate in churches across the state of Georgia what we are doing here at this church and in other churches in this city. We are determined to do what the state has decided that it will not do, even as we continue to press the case that the state must do better. And then finally, all Baptist preachers have 3 finalies. This is my last one. Not only will we continue to enroll people in the Affordable Care Act, we will, come this November, when open enrollment is available again, we will continue to enroll people in the Affordable Care Act, and we will, in the months ahead, launch an aggressive campaign with the NAACP and others to register people to vote. We will remind the people of Georgia who stood with them and who decided to engage in the most cynical form of politics in order to protect their own interests. Those who tried to protect themselves at the expense of the people will see in November the wrath of the people.